welcome back everyone, welcome back to A Golden Wake. Last time we were introduced to seller's intuition.
100, do I hear 100?
Joey, shut up. Seller's intuition, and that's basically the help system. But I'm gonna talk to the smaller crowd, because I think they're a bigger challenge for this little mini puzzle thing. Taking a deep breath, you face the small crowd and prepare to deliver your best sales pitch. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Oh yeah. This is the bits that we saw on our suitcase, so we have to break the ice.
What I wouldn't give to live in this tropical paradise. How about you folks?
The crowd seems to respond positively to you. Nice. Bits. Break the ice, introduce yourself.
Pleasure to meet you, fine people. My name is Banks. Alfred Banks. You can call me Alfie.
The crowd's interest seems to be growing. Nice job so far. Okay, tell a story.
I'd love to tell you about an apartment I sold to a man who ended up finding a fortune in gold hidden in the walls.
You regale the crowd with your story. Regale? So many words I don't know. This is exciting. Break the ice, introduce yourself, tell a story, and then go in for the kill? Bits. Has to be with an S, right? Sheepishly back off. No. Go in for the kill.
Right then, folks. How about we make some sales?
The crowd seems ready to hear your pitch. Now's your chance. Lovely. Oh. Your goal is to sell each prospective buyer a house. Clicking on each house will provide a description of its features. Clicking on each buyer's portrait will give a description of them or what they're looking for. You must determine which house is the best match for each buyer. Select the plate with their name on it and place it in the space between it, okay? Right-click to deselect the plate. Alright, so let's hear what everyone wants. Teal. Mr. Teal is a portly gentleman who is having a hard time dealing with the heat of the day. My wife wanted to move down here for my health, he tells you. I suppose I could do with some exercise, but this sun is brutal. I can't stay out in it too long. Someplace where I can get fit indoors would be ideal, especially since I hate water. Alright, so you hate water. Perfect for seeking convenience. The house at 124 Madrid Street is a small single-story home with a close proximity of a school, a church, and shops. The area is somewhat loud. No, so he wants nowhere near water? Yeah. So he wants to get fit indoors. He wants an indoor gym and a house that's big enough for him and his wife. Is a small home made from coral rock found on the property. Quarry from which the rock was extracted was cemented and conveyed into a swimming pool. Okay, so this is definitely not for him. The very definition of affordable quality, the 304 Malaga Avenue is a small two-story house on a fairly busy street. Despite this, the area reports little to no crime. If you want someplace to stretch your legs, a large single-family home built on a 4-acre property, ripe for additional development. Can be expanded on any number of large trees. No. Escobar, did I read this one? If you have a bit more to spend, the Escobar Avenue residence is a large, spacious, single-story home in a secluded area of town. Since there aren't many other houses around, the area is not particularly well lit at night. So that's for him? I'm not sure. He probably does want some nightlight, because that shit is useful, you know? Little to no crime. I don't think he cares about that. Well, should. He just cares about the sun. Maybe he's a vampire. What do you want, Roberts? You strike up a conversation with Mr. Roberts and find that he hails from up north as well. I'll tell you one thing, he says. The biggest draw of moving down here is finally being able to get away from the tiny apartment I had back home. You could hear the neighbors sneezing. Okay, so he wants quietness. I think we saw one of those. Where was it? Which one was it with quietness? No crime. Mr. Roberts. Swimming pool. He doesn't really want water, I don't think. Secluded area of town, though. And is a large, spacious single... I think this might be for him. Is any other secluded? Let's put him here. Roberts. Place the buyer's name on it. Okay. underneath. Perfect. What do you want, Grace? After speaking to Miss Grace for 5 minutes, you are taken aback by her generosity, despite her clearly apparent wealth. I don't care what house I end up buying, really. My main concern is being able to get involved with the community, and this development seems ready for my help. I think I know where you should go. Very close proximity to a school, a church, and shops. Definitely. No doubt about it. Grace, you go there. Smith. Mr. Smith is a cheerful young man, but is rather shabbily dressed, and seems to be covered with animal hair. There are so many options to consider, but overall I just want to find some place that suits me and my Lucy. Is Lucy your dog or something? Okay. Many options to consider, but he probably wants a lot of space for his dog. Or his girlfriend? I don't know. Jones. Mr. Jones is very jolly, and seems incredibly active. I just came from a golf tournament this morning, and in a few hours I've got a tennis lesson. There's nothing I love more than being outdoors in this fantastic weather. Okay, so you want a lot of space. We have that. Water. Maybe he wants swimming pool and shit. A large single-family home built on a 4-acre property. Well, you should get a family home, I think? Maybe? Was it this one? Yeah. The house can be expanded on. Any number of large trees. Well, I think he wants... Jones. No. Wait. Was there someone who wanted a lot of space? I suppose I could do with some exercise. Is a small 2-story house on a fairly busy street. Affordable quality. Is it big enough though? Small 2-story house. He doesn't really like the outdoors, so I think a busy house would be for him. A busy house? A busy neighborhood. Alright, Mr. Smith and Mr. Jones, where do you want to go? Mr. Jones was the one with the outdoorsy stuff, right? So it's either this one, huge yard and stuff, or this one. I think this is more outdoorsy. This is outdoorsier than the other one. Me and my Lucy. Well, if Lucy is his dog, then the dog will definitely benefit from the large property. So let's just put Mr. Smith here. Mr. Jones here. Mr. Jones. Jones. Done. Am I done? Feeling satisfied that each person has matched up with the right house, you make the sales. I did it! Logic.
A pleasure doing business with you folks. I hope you enjoy your new homes.
Nice work. There's nothing you enjoy more than a satisfied customer. And to have 5 at once is even better. Yeah, if selling houses is this easy...
Nice job over there, Banks. You got a real knack for this business. Now go get some rest, would you? You don't want to overwork yourself first day here, after all.
I just sold 5 houses. If it only was that easy.
I hear 100.
Talk to me, Doc. Doc Dammers.
Mr. Dammers?
No time for beating gums now, Banks. I'm busy. You
Alright.
did a good job here today, son. Call it a day, and I'm sure good things will be coming your way soon.
Alrighty, I'll be going. I'll be going to bed. Oh, but the lone guy disappeared. I wanted to talk to him as well. Alright, Flagler Street. Flagler. No, go to your hotel, man. What the? Where's my hotel? Oh, there it is. Hey, dude.
Mr. Banks, I have a message for you when you get a chance.
I have a chance.
Excuse me.
How may I help you, sir?
About this message?
You said you had a message for me.
Yes, sir. From George Merrick at the Coral Gables sales office. He's asked you to stop by at your earliest convenience.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Hey, I made a good impression. Screw the sleep. Let's talk to him now. Where was he? This is my earliest convenience? Can I go there? Wasn't it on another street?
Pardon me, miss.
What may I do for you, sir?
I got a message from Mr. Merrick asking me to see him.
Ah, yes, he's expecting you, Mr. Banks. Go ahead and knock on his door there.
I'll let you get back to your work.
Thank you, sir.
Come in.
Good afternoon, Mr. Merrick. I'm Alfred Banks. You wanted to see me?
Ah, yes, of course, Mr. Banks. Please come in. Make yourself at home. Please, have a seat.
I want to inspect your lovely office first, you know? Looking out the glass windows and door, you see a lovely little patio. Mr. Merrick is lucky to be able to have a cozy little spot to take his mind off things. It's still work. Can't see any... Okay, fine. I can't go to the patio. What else do you have? The illustration seems to depict a green landscape with a river or channel of water. Perhaps this is one of Mr. Merrick's future developments. Maybe. There appear to be several brochures and pamphlets advertising real estate around the city pinned to the wall. They must serve some motivational purpose for Mr. Merrick. Yeah. Keep calm and develop land. Introduce yourself, thank him, present your qualifications. Well, I might as well introduce myself. I don't know if any of this is relevant.
It really is a pleasure to finally meet you, Mr. Merrick. Like I said, my name is Alfred Banks, and...
I know who you are, Mr. Banks. I was well aware of your father's work up north. It seems apparent that you are eagerly following in his footsteps. You've gotten my attention. Now let's see how serious you really are. I see great potential in you, but a good sales agent needs more than just talent. He needs ability and know-how.
I've got those in spades.
You're certainly confident, I'll give you that. In any case, I have a few small setbacks which I need to deal with, and I think they would serve as an excellent proving ground for you.
Proving ground?
Think of it as an extended job interview.
I'm all ears. What do you need?
I can give you more details as you need them, but currently I'm faced with 3 concerns. The first is a man living on a prime piece of land who is refusing to sell. The second is my need for quality advertising. And the third is getting back some stolen design plans.
Ooh, 3 quests. Alright, the holdout.
What's the story with the holdout?
There's a stretch of land which is of great interest to me in the area of Anastasia Avenue. Currently, the land is owned by an individual who has no interest in selling it. He's built himself a home there and understandably wants to keep it. Unfortunately, business is business, and I need that land to complete a very important project. I need you to convince the gentleman to sell.
Okay then, just give me a baseball bat, and I'll get stuff done.
What about your need for publicity?
Any project, no matter how good it is doomed to fail if nobody knows about it. I've managed to secure some decent advertising, but I feel we need something more. The story of Coral Gables needs to make headlines. I'd like you to head over to the Miami Herald building and see if you can befriend a reporter or two. Having a journalist in our corner would do wonders for our advertising.
I'll befriend a reporter. You know, the sexy kind of befriending. No, I won't. I'll talk to the reporters. Very professionally. Promise. Pinky swear.
What about your design plans?
I regret to say that a set of design plans were stolen from my office a few weeks ago by a man claiming to want a job interview. In reality, he was a spy, sent from my competitor Orrin Riley's real estate company. Riley still has my plans, but 2 can play his game. Since you're a fresh face in town, I need you to infiltrate his company and take back the plans. I'll have my secretary set up an interview for you later today. And here, take this set of dummy plans and leave it in place of the real ones so Riley doesn't get suspicious.
Infiltrate his company? What will that entail exactly?
My guess is that Riley will have the plans stored away in his office someplace. You may need to do a bit of searching. Are you comfortable with that? I know it's asking for quite a bit.
I think so, sir. I'll do as much as I can within legal means.
Of course. I'm not asking you to commit any crimes. After all, you're just taking back something that was already stolen. Think of it as a repossession.
Great. Now I am a ninja spy detective. Real estate agent. Awesome.
I'll just get to it then.
I wish you the best of luck. Although, you seem the type who makes his own luck. I have a feeling I can expect great things from you.
I can do anything. You know nothing. Alright. Let's see, which quest should I do first? The company infiltration one looks to be like the longest one, so I think I'm gonna do the holdout first. Convince the guy to sell. With a baseball bat to the face. I mean, talk to him. Totally. Let's see. Anastasia Avenue. I think this was the guy. Oh, it's a nice house. Even nicer area. I can see why he should sell. Come on, he's probably gonna get a fortune out of it.
Yes? May I help you?
Good day to you, sir. My name is Alfie Banks, and...
Whatever it is you're selling, I'm not interested.
but I'm not here to sell you anything. In fact, quite the contrary.
Oh, I see. Merrick sent you, didn't he?
Well, yes, he did.
Look, you can go back and tell him exactly what I told all the others. Nothing doing. I bought this land before he got his little vision, and I intend to keep it. I tried appeasing him by building my house to match his Mediterranean style, but apparently even that wasn't good enough. I did everything by the book and filed all the proper paperwork. You tell Merrick he'll get me off this land when I'm no longer drawing breath. Good day to you, sir.
Well, that's gonna be easier than you think, buddy.
You again? What do you want?
Sir, I really just want to have a chat.
I know your game. You vipers are just trying to trick me, and before I know it, you'll be flim-flamming me into signing some paper handing over my land. Well, you can just forget it. I've worked too hard on this house to just let it go. The paperwork alone was a nightmare and a half. Nothing you can say will convince me to sell my land. Nothing. Good day to you, sir.
Oh, we'll see about that. I'm just gonna never leave your door. You're gonna leave this house out of frustration. I'm going to haunt you.
Again? What do you want?
Hello.
Sir, You
Okay.
Vipers are just trying to trick me, and before I know it, I've worked too hard on the paperwork alone was a nightmare and a half. Nothing you can... Good day to you.
Good day to you, sir. I'll be back. He keeps going on about his paperwork, though. I don't think anyone else can help me. Going back to Merrick won't solve anything. So I'm just gonna go to the registration office real quick. Since it seems to be a sort of legal matter. Oops, wrong way. Hello, my good fellow.
Excuse me.
What can I do for you?
What can I do for ya? I want you to show me a record.
Could I look something up?
Of course. What do you need?
Of course.
There's a house at 1251 Anastasia Avenue that I need some information on.
Of course. Let me go have a look.
Get me some coffee while you're at it.
Yes, here we are. Belongs to one Ernest Mathers. Built it himself 6 months ago.
Might I have a copy of the document?
What's your business with it?
I'm working with Mr. George Merrick of the Coral Gables project, and it's of utmost importance to his acquisition of the land.
All right. You can take this copy.
Thank you for your help.
Anytime.
That was incredibly easy. Can you do this, like, in the real world as well? Just request papers to a house? Interesting. Alright. I'm not really sure what I achieved with that. Are the papers, like, is there something wrong with them? But I'm just gonna swish them in his face and everything. It's like, haha, I got the papers to your house, you're screwed now, buddy. I think. Is there something wrong with them? Fake plans, record, money. You take a look at the record for 1251 Anastasia House and see that it was constructed 6 months ago by Ernest Mathers. According to this, he had a cursory inspection performed. Looking further, you see that there were no permits pulled, for any of the construction work done. Mathers may have tried to appease Merrick, but it seems he did so in a very half-assed fashion. So something is wrong with the papers. Okay, I'm not gonna use the papers on the door. I'm gonna use them on his face.
You again? What do you want?
Oh, nothing. Just a little thing called fake papers.
Mr. Mathers, I've just been to the Hall of Records downtown, and I pulled up a copy of your house record.
Yes? And?
It seems you had a property inspection done when you completed the house, but it was very basic. Furthermore, you didn't pull any construction permits.
I didn't need to. I haven't done any exterior work.
Nevertheless, I'm afraid I'll need to perform an inspection of your home just as a matter of record.
On what authority?
Look, you can either let me come in and do a brief home inspection, or I can report you to the county, and you can deal with whatever fine or punishment they see fit to dispense.
Fine. Come in. I don't know what you expect to find, though.
I don't know. Some sort of hazard. Something that will make you go dead. What is this? Is this like a hidden object puzzle? Come on. Search the room for violations listed at the bottom. Click on the spot where you think you have found one. If you are correct, the area will be marked with a red circle and the item would... Okay. Continue until all items have been found. Alright, so what do we have in here? Ooh, it seems like a lot of damage to the house is being hidden. You don't know how to build a house. You're gonna be in trouble. And I can already see a problem. There we go.
Your floor tiles are severely cracked here. Do you regularly have elephants as house guests?
No. I mean, my mother-in-law hasn't seen the new house yet.
Oh, trying
That
to
was
crack
a
a joke, eh?
I'm sure it was.
We are dealing with very serious issues right now, sir. What else am I looking for? Illegal gazebo. I can see it.
Nice gazebo. I hope you know you need to have a permit to have one of those.
It was a wedding gift from my sister. How was I meant to know?
Ignorance of rules is no excuse, Mr. Mathers.
Where is this wife of yours? Loose tile. Another loose tile? Where? Loose tile. Is it this one?
Your fireplace seems to be letting go of some of its tiles.
Oh, yes. I've been meaning to fix those.
Dude. Water leaks. I think this is water.
What a mess! You clearly have a problem with a water leak.
And I've called the plumber, but he's yet to get back to me.
That will not do, sir. That will not do. What is this?
This wall shows clear signs of water damage. You probably have a cracked pipe somewhere back there.
Oh, I suppose that would explain it.
Yeah, and I think this is mold.
Quite a nasty buildup of mold you have here.
My wife told me she'd clean it up.
You can't easily clean up mold if it's in a wall. It's a really big issue, dude. What are you, 5? They know nothing. Okay, what do we have? Old baseboard. I don't know what that is. Is it this one?
These baseboards look like they were installed during the Roosevelt administration.
No, they're supposed to look like that. It's the style, makes them seem classic.
Bullshit. Uneven rafters. I think that it's a ceiling bit.
Uneven rafters are quite the hazard. This whole roof could come tumbling down on you.
Haven't had any problems so far.
Yeah,
you
you
seem
will.
to have several problems in this home. Are you sure you performed a thorough inspection?
Well, yes. Yeah, I'm sure I did.
No.
I see. And who was it that performed this inspection exactly?
Why, it was a man. Yes, a man from the city.
And did you happen to get this man's name?
Well, no, I wasn't aware of...
You didn't really have an inspection performed, did you?
No. I paid someone to say they had done one on the public record. You won't tell anyone, will you?
You're in quite a state here, Mr. Mathers. Not only did you build this house without the proper permits, but you also put fraudulent information on your report. This doesn't look good any way you cut it.
Please, I have money. How much to get you to look the other way?
I'm afraid my silence can't be bought, Mr. Mathers. However, you might be able to get yourself out of this jam if you sell your house and land to Mr. Merrick.
So this is what it's come to. I see how it is. You come in here playing the white knight, but you're no better than any of the rest of them. I did what I had to do to keep my land, but I suppose that was all for naught. Fine. I'll call up Mr. Merrick and tell him he's won. I hope you can live with yourself, you snake.
I'm sure I'll manage. Have a nice afternoon, sir.
Well, to be fair, I think I just saved his life because this house was a complete hazard to his health. Idiot. If he would have just sold before, even though he knew that the house was crap, he probably would have gotten a fortune out of the house and the land. What an idiot. Alright, which ones should we do next? Riley's Real Estate or Miami Herald? I think this is going to be the longest one, so I'm going to go for the publicity thing. Let's see.
Quite an operation they've got going on in here.
Hello, sir. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Okay.
May I have a moment?
You may.
Thank you.
I'm Alfie Banks, And I believe you have the advantage.
Marjorie Stoneman Douglas.
Pleasure. What is it you do around here, Miss Douglas?
I write articles, conduct interviews, and investigate stories. I'm what's commonly referred to in this business as a reporter.
You don't say.
I suppose that was a bit of a silly question on my part.
Well, at least you can admit to it. That puts you ahead of most.
I kinda like her. She's alright.
Have you reported anything on George Merrick's Coral Gables project?
Don't know that I'd have to. He spent a small fortune on advertising. I doubt there's a single person in town who hasn't heard of it by now.
That may not exactly be the case. Mr. Merrick asked me to come here and inquire about possibly getting someone to do a bit of publicity for him.
Ah, suddenly it all becomes clear. Let's get something straight right now. I'm not some dumb Dora at anyone's beck and call. If Merrick wants a reporter in his pocket, it'll have to be someone else. I'm far too busy to find myself on the leash of some land developer and his cronies.
She's a smart girl. I like her. I'm not sure if I should make a deal with you yet, so tell me more about stuff. I'll talk to your colleagues too.
Do you enjoy your work here?
I do, although to be completely frank, it's gotten a bit tedious. Granted, what I'm doing now is much better than what I did when I started, that being the society column. Back then, things were so slow I made up half my stories.
It certainly seems like there's a lot going on in town these days.
I won't argue with you on that point, but we'll see what the future brings. Maybe I'll take a crack at going out on my own. We've managed to get the vote. I see no reason why a woman can't make a name for herself as a freelance writer.
Yeah, definitely. Fully agree.
Anything you can tell me about Miami?
When I first got here, this was no more than a glorified railroad terminal. There were less than 5,000 people and the streets were made of white dust. Now we've got hundreds, if not thousands, of new faces showing up every day and are constantly expanding. I bet it won't be long before some other fool tries draining the Everglades to make more room.
Alright. I'll make a deal with you, but I just want to talk to your
Count on it.
colleagues just real quick. It'd probably be best not to disturb him. Not to disturb him. Nothing to say. That's a guy? I thought it was a girl. No business with the editor-in-chief. There's a framed newspaper on the wall. It seems to be about the day the Great War ended. Since it's the 20s, I think they're referring to the First World War? You don't work here. I know. The bulletin board contains several memos and notes from all the Herald employees. Alright. Well, I guess I have to strike up a deal with her.
May I have a moment?
You may.
Now, let's not be so hasty. I'm sure Mr. Merrick isn't looking for a lapdog, just someone who can provide some help. Maybe we can reach some sort of agreement.
Now that you mention it, maybe we can. Okay, I'll help you out if you do me a favor first.
Name it.
There's a story I've been following, but I've hit a bit of a roadblock. Are you familiar with Jeremiah Miller?
Afraid not. Who is he?
He's a local politician, county commissioner in fact, very outspoken on the subject of prohibition. I have reason to believe, however, that he's full of hot air. Unfortunately, I've never been able to get close enough to him to see if my hunch is right.
So, where do I come in?
Miller enjoys spending his time at the Miami Men's Club on Brickell Avenue. I figure if he's going to indulge in any illicit pastimes, that would be his ideal spot. As I am of the fairer sex and therefore not allowed inside, I need someone I can trust to get in there and see if I'm right.
And you trust me?
Not particularly, but you're my best hope, and you need my help. So I figured you've got the best chance of actually getting this done.
So, if I catch Miller in the act, what then?
Bring me some sort of proof of his hypocrisy, be it a photograph or a signed confession. I'm not fussy.
I'll see what I can do. I'll see you around.
Count on it.
Alrighty, so we have our lead. We have to go to the Miami Men's Club to track down this politician. Seems like a fair deal. And I'll leave it for the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.